What's up, guys? It's Rickzilla here, and I'm gonna be really quick because this is gonna be a short stream because Atheist Baron got his computer back and he's gonna start a stream in 30 minutes. So this is gonna be quick, pun intended, a quickie reading. I haven't been doing these in over I don't know how long, but it's about time I get back into the swing of things. Anyway, the article we're looking at is the Financhu crisis. Anyway, like I said, these barely get. If you see this stream, again, yes, I like to do some of these readings on my streams, but I know a lot of you want to see me react. But this is a change in pace in what I do. Anyway, Financhu crisis. I do not feel I would be mentally suited for an application required. Long waits to be contacted, or not contacted. Am I hired yet? Under the man frickin' job. Stop telling me to get a job. God. Chris, April 2017. After his friends on Facebook refused to entertain his nonsense excuses for not having a job. Truly bad intentions of spamming actual hate speech. Get a job. So, from what I'm getting, telling Chris to get a job is considered hate speech. Who knew? Anyway, in case you haven't been following up with the recent craziness, Chris is back in his own body after LARPing, after he spent an entire year LARPing at Financhu. I think it was because of the vaccine. That Chris decided it's time to come back. Anyway, the financial crisis is a term coined by users from Kiwi Farms to describe the steep decline in the Chandler family's financial management beginning in early 2016. Signs of the Chandlers' worsening finances were made apparent by the increasing amounts of begging videos and donation requests on YouTube and Facebook. In June 2017, Chris began to take his Patreon account more seriously and recommended drawing Financhu comic pages. He has gotten several $100s per month for his efforts and continues to get as much to this day. As a result, begging had temporarily subsided. In mid-2018, however, begging resumed for the state purposes of avoiding foreclosure on 14 Branchland Court and buying enough food for his family. Yeah. Chris stopped caring about the Financhu crisis by 2019 because of the dimensional merge and the generous backing from the Ali Hirschberg and other financial enablers. Chris continues to beg, but only for conventions, toys, and video games. Chris now also believes that he has vast wealth in Dimension C-197 to pay off the creditors, but creditors do not buy into fictional worlds and have managed to sue him for at least $10,700.79 as of September 2nd, 2020. Given that Barb is elderly on a fixed income and Chris is lazy on a fixed income, It is unsurprising that many followers worry that the death of Barb could lead to the so-called homeless saga, a wet dream for A-loggers and weens, but devastating for both Chris and many of his followers. The reason why I choose this one is because we all know how certain people are trying to beg for money on the internet. I'm looking at you, Shani and Rev, especially you, Rev, trying to shill out your shit, trying to shill out Shani shit and saying good praises. Bullshit. Get real, dude. Anyway, let's get back to this shit. And also, that's like and I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, Shane's like Christian. Hey, Lynn, you had a couple of times last night in secular stream, but I don't think you saw me. Oh, I saw you, Lynn. I saw you. Restream G-Man's live. I might have to check that out later when I'm not doing these kind of readings. I'll send folks over there. Okay, sure. After I finish this, because it's going to be a short stream. Background. To this day, the Chandlers' financial woes are caused by their own irresponsible behaviors. Kind of reminds you of someone we know. Someone who is an individual reverend dude and his missus. Chris learning absolutely nothing over the years, has squandered any available money on children's toys, video games, fast food, and sex toys. Again, who does that remind you of? Barb, on the other hand, has simply been ignoring long-term debts and letting them pile up to alarming amounts. Armed only with vain hopes that her man-baby would raise money for her bills. Don't give your hopes up too high. Chris has made some efforts to generate income for the household over the past few years, bar that of actually finding a job, which included opening an Etsy shop in 2015. However, any profits gained would immediately go straight to toy purchase, an irresponsible move that would turn out to be the reoccurring problem that keeps the Chandlers in the red. The shop would eventually shut down from Chris lazily not fulfilling Etsy orders, as it would, but he would still find some revenue by the occasional eBay sales of select merch from the Horde. To further compound the issue, Chris has been instilled with a very real belief that fans are willing to drop large sums of money into his bank account for nothing, an expectation that has been strengthened by the $1,000 donation by D-Stex in September of 2015. This belief would take on the form of the many begging videos that highlight the saga to this day. Barb seems to have outstanding debts that dwarf Chris's financial handiwork. On September 2016, she faced lawsuits from Discover and Capital One for failing to pay the large amounts of her credit card debt, according to Virginia District Court records. It is worth noting that it takes a lot of ignored debt collector calls over a long period of time to get a simple credit card debt escalated to a lawsuit, suggesting that Barb may have been outright ignoring making any payments to her credit cards. Only time will tell if more creditor companies begin to sue Barb for her neglect. In August 2016, Chris revealed that the household is still under a mortgage of $115,000. Jesus Christ. Introducing a far more worrying debt looming over the horizon. Both Chris and Barb continue to barely stay afloat with their lives thanks to their own tugboats, but their inactive lifestyle and reckless spending will not last forever at this rate. I think I'll cover the house fire in the near future, Lynn. I'm going to cover the house fire in the near future. But despite it all, Chris has not once attempted to find a job. In April of 2017, with the household finances near the breaking point, one of Chris's IRL friends informed him of DARS, a service designed to help people with disabilities enter the workforce. Chris reacted with a temper tantrum, posting a multi-paragraph rant on not wanting to find work. Chris's frivolous spending during the crisis. Again, there are a lot of similarities that I can use to describe Shani and Rev's living situation to Chris and Barb's living situation. They both spend most of their time in their rooms. They both waste their money on frivolous items, and they both refuse to get a job. And they like to blame everybody but themselves for all their own problems and ignore personal responsibilities. But I digress. Chris's frivolous spending during the crisis. Like any terminally irresponsible adult, Chris likes to keep his bedroom filled with toys while keeping his wallet empty. Below is a list of the known expenses Chris has made during the Financhu crisis, collected from online postings and eBay purchases, and eBay purchase history. Some amounts are estimated, but all amounts are debilitating. During 2016, Chris was known to waste over $2,500 on toys. In late 2017, Chris spent a considerable amount of money to attend BronyCon. 3-day pass tickets were around $60, but money spent on travel, food, souvenirs, and lodging is rounded to $2,000 to $3,000 by other attendees. Below is a list of known frivolous purchases made during the crisis. There are doubtless many more that are not known about, including cash purchases. Yes, I have watched Base Shaman. Yes, Lynn, I've watched Base Shaman. He does video. I watched his videos on Andrew Blaze, aka Randy Stair. I've watched his videos on Elliot Roger, and I've even watched a few videos on Christian. All right, now let's go over the list of the purchases that Chris has made during his financial troubles. New PS4 console, $540. About 30 game purchases for the PS4, $600. $350 Ghostbusters Lego set bought on eBay for hire, $450. $25.88. Transformer action figures, $587. Naru, a Daki Makura, or hug pillow, $90. Skylander toys, $195. Pokemon merchandise, $181.79. Amiibo Smash Series Pit, $12.99. I'm Done Adulting T-shirt, $23.99. Lego Dimensions assorted sets, $238. My Little Pony themed card sleeves, $13.54. A 4K yellow gold Cleopatra bar 16-inch necklace, $399.99. Tokyo Treat Box, minimum $31.50 per month for 31 plus months, $976.50. The Tokyo Treat Boxes, I'm pretty sure Shani and Rep. I think probably seen one of the Shani mukbang videos where she's got one of those. I think Shani did like a mukbang where she had one of those Tokyo Treat Box sets. Skylander Avatar products for use as raffle prizes, $750. Doopy Do-Over artwork, $80. Hexbox 1. Hexbox is the term Chris would refer to the Xbox, because before he started getting into Xbox, he hated the Xbox. But now he likes playing the Xbox. Hexbox 1 is $400. Xbox Live Gold, $59.99. Xbox Games, $89.94. Sonic Forces, $39.99. DNA Ancestry reports on Chris, Barb, and Bob, $59.99. God of War on PS4, $59. Oh, wait. The DNA Ancestry is $500. But God of War is $59.99. The total amount is $6,000. $6,267.09. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Why Chris refuses to work? You want money? Get a job. Our response is that we are already employed by our bosses, by your bosses' bosses, due to our better and special, powerful abilities. Lightning, blue heart, lightning heart, lightning. Therefore, all of you haterade chugging get a job spouters out there, I suggest you shut up and enjoy your ability to settle in a cozy office or whatever. Chris clinging to his fantasies about the dimensional merge to justify why he's unemployed in the real world. Despite actively begging for money since 2016, a near miss with foreclosure and homelessness in May of 2018, Chris has not attempted to get a job. Then again, the last job he's had dates all the way back to 2003. Almost an entire decade. Can you fucking believe it? It's almost an entire decade since Chris an entire 2 decades. Almost 20 years. Well, actually, it's almost 20 years since Chris had a job. We're in 2021, and the last time Chris worked was in 2003. That's almost like 18 years. 18 years since Chris was employed. Can you fucking believe that? Anyway, let's finish off this shit. One of his real life friends, a woman from his Pokemon club named Alexa became concerned after seeing Chris repeatedly beg on Facebook. She suggested in November of 2016 and again in April of 2017 that he contact one of her family members who works at the Virginia DARS, a government service that helps disabled individuals find work. At the first suggestion, Chris didn't follow through, and at the second, he fired off a rant against getting a job, forcing Alexa to back down. In his rant, Chris gave the following flimsy excuses. He was busy with helping Barb and pets. Despite having no trouble in going on a 3-day trip to another state without bringing them along in August 2017. Trolls ruined his background check / reputation. While it is true that a Google search on Chris reveals unsavory details, there are only records of facts, and there are agencies that find work for slow-in-the-mind adults that would not care about minor crimes or indiscretions. Finding a job runs the risk of being discriminated against for his tomgirl gender. Again, not true. Stress. He fears being incompetent. Later, Chris added more excuses for not wanting to work. In October 2017, Chris claimed that he was too busy with Quick Fill and his imaginary friends, in addition to helping Barb and the pets. In June 2019, he claimed that he was already employed by God to oversee the dimensional merge. Most of his claimed reasons hold no weight. A background check, as explained by Jackie and Kim Wilson many times, only applies to legal records, and Chris's misdemeanors would not prevent him from getting a job. Fellow lolcows like William Elliott Waterman and Kenneth Engelhardt also have their names linked to their internet shenanigans, yet they have gained employment. Furthermore, discrimination on the basis of gender is illegal, especially as a result of a Supreme Court ruling on June 15th, 2020. In reality, getting a job would probably reduce his stress over needing to beg in order to afford more toys. His excuses on being fearful of making mistakes and his obsession over his imaginary friends are blocks set down by his own mind, revealing that rather than growing up and assuming responsibility for his future, he would rather remain a man-child forever. Chris's only plausible claim was in May 28th when he feared that the Weens and A-Logs would harass him at work, similar to how they harassed the management of the End Games and Anytime Fitness into banning him. Okay, that was a dick move. Why you shouldn't donate to Chris. Buying things from Chris and or donating to him is not at all recommended, mainly because Chris has habitually neglected his customers. He has repeatedly failed to ship orders to his buyers on time and will ignore messages from customers asking about their purchases or give a myriad of excuses as to why they haven't shipped. If he does get around to shipping them, his naive methods of packaging often cause items to arrive damaged. Other times, he simply won't ship items at all, as seen perfectly with his Patreon. If Chris is angry enough, he can use your information against you. This was infamously seen when Mr. Smith attempted to purchase a medallion from Chris, and after Chris failed to make and ship one, filed a claim against him on eBay, causing Chris's PayPal to be locked. Chris responded by fiercely doxing Mr. Smith and another buyer on Facebook, both of whom eventually received prank calls from Weens. The information that PayPal releases to eBay sellers includes your full name, home address, email address, eBay username, and possibly phone number. In other words, the exact kind of information you wouldn't want a screeching man-child to post in a public place when it's followed by hundreds of cannibalistic internet trolls. Chris will piss away your money. As stated above, Chris and Barb have a long history of irresponsible spending habits, which is the biggest reason why they've fallen into debt. Even if he does manage to ship something to you without any sort of hassle or claims he won't spend your cash on toys, chances are extremely high that Chris will immediately blow your money on Legos, action figures, video games, and or other stuff, and then immediately go back into begging. Future. Although Barb currently claims $900 of Chris's tugboat each month to pay the active mortgage on 14 Branchland Court, the seriousness of the Financhu crisis combined with Chris's impulse spending have led many followers of Chris to speculate on whether the passing of Barb will lead to the so-called homeless saga. Chris's future revenue, other than the monthly tugboat and fan support, is likely to be very limited, with some of his followers admitting that Chris will never get any kind of loan or credit. Even if Chris were to reverse his stance and try to get a job, nearly all potential employers would be unwilling to take on someone with little to no skill and over a decade of real life and internet notoriety. Both the state of Virginia and the US federal government have programs intended to help the disabled secure independent living, most famously, Section 8 housing. A number of followers have suggested that Chris should sign up for it, though these involve lengthy application processes and possibly several months' wait. On the contrary, a homeless saga may be a wet dream for A-loggers and weens, but it would be devastating for both Chris and many of his followers. The 2014 house fire caused a number of followers to doubt whether Chris will be able to cope with sleeping rough with little more than his clothes and medallion, especially after being pampered with toys and video games for many years. Homelessness would also threaten the steady supply of fresh drama that continues to attract new fans and followers from all walks of life and leave them wondering, what is Chris going to do next? Anyway, that does it for the quickie reading. I know I was going to start doing the enablers, but Atheist Veteran's going to come on in a few minutes, so I'm just going to wrap this up. If you want to see more of these readings, be sure to subscribe, like this video, comment if you want to, and feel free to send me some suggestions in my Discord. All links are in the description down below. And thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys in the near future. So I'm Rickzilla, and I'll be seeing you later.